Hey guys, Tony here, CCxRC. We just finished up a live video stream here on YouTube. You guys should check those out when we do them. Also, be sure to hit up my Facebook page. I mentioned some things on that live stream and we'll be posting them to YouTube. But what we want to talk about now is what the footage is going to be about, and that's the Floureon Racer 250. I had my first flight with it today. It was super windy. We had really warm weather, but a cold front was moving in, really heavy winds. You don't typically want to be flying in those, whether I'm flying my DJI Phantoms or any of the toy grade ones that I normally fly with. And this was really no exception, but I really wanted to get it up anyway. And so I did, and it actually handled really well in the winds. Because of its speed, it was able to overcome some of the gusts and things. Now, it's not like the DJI Phantom where it tries to stay in its spot. I was having to control it. I stayed in the self-leveling mode in the beginning, and so you'll see in the footage I wasn't necessarily flying FPV. I was doing more line of sight as I was just seeing how it handled. And so I'd be flying really hard in my backyard, which is fairly small, and there's a lot of trees and branches I really can't see because there's not leaves. And so I'd be hard, and then I'd quickly 180 in order to do brakes. And so it's not the best run footage. It's not gonna be, as this was really just the first maiden voyage. I'm going to get it out to some bigger parks, and I'm going to tune this now that I've seen how it flies. And again, it did pretty well out of the box, but I wasn't flying it as like an FPV person would be. I do have goggles. I'm going to be moving to that, but it does handle really well. The speed is really good, especially when I put a 4S battery on here with a higher C rating than this 1500. This is a 30C, and I believe my 4S is 50C. It's also a smaller capacity. It's 1300, so that the weight is about the same, even though it has extra cells. So overall, I'm kind of impressed with it for the 300 bucks. Definitely a different bird than my DJI Phantoms or the other ones that I've flown, but it's going to be a lot of fun. At the end, I finally went more into Acro mode, and I'd done that in the beginning in my backyard, and I had a horrific crash on a flip attempt, line of sight, and I should not have tried to flip line of sight. It was just all kinds of bad, and it hit hard. Camera whole mount came flying off. You know, mud, just it sunk right into the ground because it was kind of moist ground, and had a lot of cleaning to do after that. But we got it all fixed up and took it back out for another flight. And actually right after that I flew it again, but I took it out to a different area where it's a little bit more wide open and I could fly it a little more. And had a couple of crashes. But I committed to the crash, and I didn't try and save it and drive it into the ground. So I'm just going to keep practicing. You guys will see me improve. I'm going to go more into the FPV, so I'll be focusing on how it looks as I'm flying and what the footage looks like, versus just trying to keep it going back and forth. And the spins and turns I was doing was more for positioning than the filming quality of it. So you'll see that in the footage, but that's just the heads up, and we're going to cut to that right now. We'll see you guys. Have fun RCing. Alright guys, here we go. We've got the whole setup ready to go with the Floureon. So we're going to just power it all up and see how it does. See everything it sees? I'm going to go ahead and put this on. Alright, here we go. Off it goes. Zoom in. Still have a lot of room to play back here. Just doing a quick test flight with it. Yeah, flies good. Very steady. I just got it in the help mode, so it is not Acro. Moving quick. And the wind is scaring me. It is super windy out here. So it's definitely going to have a learning curve for me, that's for sure. Wobbly. Lots of branches out here too, guys. So I'm trying to stay very clear of things that I know could be trouble where I can't see branches. Because without leaves on, it's really hard to tell. Switch into the next mode. Alright, here we go. Here we go. See about trying to flip here with it. No leveling at all on this right now. And we killed it. Let's see what we did. Alright, so we broke the antenna. It's got a lot of mud jammed up in here, so some cleaning to do. The antenna popped. Camera went flying. Over here, hey guys, and we'll look for the top to this. Here's the top of the antenna. We might be able to salvage it. Let's get this thing flying again. See how it handles. Woo! In. And we lost it. Now we go on a retrieval hunt. Definitely not very good at this. kept it closer to home. Retrieval success. See what kind of damage we have. Alright, that's just cutting off and dropping. I don't know what that's about. I think the motor's wigging out when I'm hitting the brake. I have to tune it again. We just smacked pretty good on the bottom though. Did you see that? He's dropped out of the sky. One of the motors is not working right. We're just gonna fly it anyway. Alright, I think we're getting the hang of it. Went to Acro mode and it flies much more like a plane. So I just have to commit to the FPV and it's a whole lot easier, especially with the flips and things like that. I was trying to do line of sight and it was just way hard doing that. So anyway, I think that's good progress.